Hello, welcome to my clutter. Today I want to share a quick little project I made using mainly dollar store flowers, um, these cages that I've had for a while, and some solar fairy lights. I'm using a styrofoam ball to hold everything together. I also need some wire cutters or scissors. Again, I have fake flowers from the dollar store. And this cage I got, I think, a few years ago on clearance or on sale at Rite Aid for, I'm sure, less than 20 and potentially less than 10. The nice thing about this project is you can use any size, shape, or whatever you want. You can certainly find things at the dollar store to replace the cages. And then there's always going to be styrofoam and flowers, etc., that will match with the size of your base. With the first cage, I did decide to lay down some moss using some hot glue, and I also hot glued the styrofoam ball in place. You'll see I made some changes when it comes to the second cage after some trial and some tribulations. I didn't use moss in the second cage, so you definitely don't need to do that step. So for the first floral, I started with some more vine-looking foliage. I think it was just called foliage or fall foliage. But this I knew I could kind of weave through the basket a little bit because my ultimate goal is just to try to fill up the cage so that you don't see the styrofoam. I also decided to get a little lazy and I stopped hot gluing the stems before I poked them into the styrofoam. I think part of this was I was gluing underneath the styrofoam, but you'll see later on I kind of skipped the hot glue altogether. It saved some time. Now I go in with a different type of foliage, also from the dollar store, again to try to make a base filler for the arrangement. And now for some colorful flowers. I did try to edit out as much fluffing and primping of these flowers as I could. I apparently did that a lot. If you ever catch me doing some crafting live on Twitch, you'll see that I am quite a perfectionist and it takes me forever usually to finish a project because I have to make sure every little detail is perfect. guess we need some more foliage. All right, this was the difficult part. I used solar string lights because I knew I wanted my project to go outside. You can definitely use battery operated lights from the dollar store, from the craft store, from your superstore, pretty much anywhere sells them. I think part of what was difficult for me was the length of these lights. It was really long strand, which is nice, but for this project, I probably could have gotten away with a lot smaller of a strand. Um, you'll see with the next lantern, I actually started with stringing the lights because I struggled to do it at the end here, but it worked out. It just was a little bit of a pain. This is just some floral wire that I got at the dollar store, and I decided to cut little pieces, fold them over, and that's how I'm attaching this next strand to this next piece of styrofoam for the second lantern. By the way, I got my fairy lights on Amazon. It came as a 2-pack, and they're really long, really nice. They have different modes, and they were only around 20 bucks or maybe even less than that. So definitely check out Amazon if you're looking for a good deal. So I just continue wrapping the strand around the styrofoam and then using the floral wire to attach it in places so that it holds. It was a little bit of a struggle, but it worked out in the end again. Oh, and I also had a little helper. No tiny fingers were hurt in this process, but she did help me with getting the little pieces to stick into the styrofoam. As you can tell, this next lantern has a little more wear and tear. It has been outside for a while. I think it adds to its charm. This time I'm just smushing in the styrofoam. I didn't hot glue it to the base this time. I didn't think it was necessary. It stayed pretty tightly in there. And I'm just trying to add strands of the wire and more flowers as I go. The difficult part was trying to hide the wire for the daytime, but also make sure the lights were shining through nicely for when it was lit up in the dark. At the end of the day, and when in doubt, just start pushing clumps of the wire into the arrangement. I was getting tired of trying to be strategic about it. But it was all worth it. I think they came out really pretty. And I have them hanging outside on my porch, and they light up really nicely at night. It's a nice thing to look at. Thanks for watching my project. Don't forget to like and subscribe and come back for more soon. I'll see you. Bye bye.